Alright, hey guys, this is the Virtue Spire review. One thing that I'd like to go over is the specifications. It's a 200 plus, it's like 205 to 210, I counted them. And then the length is 9 inches on it, right there. And then the height is 4 inches, which isn't including your feed tube. But let me put the lid back on. It's from the base right here to the top of your lid, which I'm not sure if they're going from here or not. And then the width of it is also 4 inches, which is going from that little edge right there to this edge. It indents in right there as well. Another thing that I'd like to go over with it is the lid. All you do is push this tab up and then push it in, and then it has a thumb notch right there, or finger notch, and then it opens it up. And this lid's pretty nice. It's a lot better than the die lock, or not the lock lids, just the die regular rotor lid. I didn't really like that. Mine broke one time. It's a pretty big spring right there, and then it's about the size of a prophecy, whatever you'd like to call that, in the mouth, I guess. It also, if you want, Virtue has a speed feed option. They're about $45. They're really nice though. One bad thing with it, sometimes your like top finger right here will go in, and then if your spire's already a little bit full, it will jam with a ball up against the spire cone. But once it starts feeding again, that's not really much of a problem. How this works is there are a bunch of plastic fingers, and zoom in. They're on these springs right here. They're featherlight springs, I guess that's what they call them. It's really sensitive, and it doesn't have any retraction if the balls are going to come out or not. So once you have your lid off, there's the power button right here and a black tab inside the spire. You just pull that black tab out and then kind of push in with your power button, and then it comes out. I didn't know that at first, so I would just keep pulling on the black tab, and they don't say it in their manual, but that's kind of what you do. So it's a two-step disassembly, and this is completely empty. You can rinse it off with water if you get paint inside or whatnot. Starting with the front of the tray, you have your actual tray here, and this is sloped down so no balls will stay up at the front of the hopper. You have your G-force sensor, which is what you use in tablets to like play Doodle Jump or Mario Kart. I don't know what you play on a tablet. And then you have your battery pack. It holds 3 AA batteries, and that's not too much of a problem. It's one Velcro here, and then undo this, and then you can flip it over if you want, or do whatever. And then you have your feed tube, and then your wire harness, then you have your circuit board and your power button. The power button doesn't come out on the circuit board or on the shell. You can push it in, and same with the force feed button right there. You have your actual spire cone, which if you ever use the Virtue Spire or Virtue rotor arm with the soft flex fingers, then these are a little softer than that. They're pretty nice. They're really soft on paint. And one thing, you can kind of hear this if you ever do get a jam using crappy paint or anything like that. You can hear the spire. It's like a really short pause, and then this spring system right here goes up, which is pretty nice, or well, the rubber part goes down actually. And then just to put this back on, you just line it up and then push it on. Here's your raceway, which it's pretty big, but I guess the fingers compensate for that. And the fingers are also raised up a bit, so it's not going to be, if you ever get like dirt or something in there, it's not going to be pushing the dirt down into your gun. And then to put it in, you just simply angle it down, and then that pushes in. And then line up the tab, and then there are these smaller fingers that just go into a little slot right there, and then push that tab down and slide it down. And one problem that I did have with this, and it was happening every single game of the day, and I still haven't found out a way to fix it, is if you have your spire on and then paint's in there already, and then it's on your gun, it won't detect that there's a ball there, so it will just continuously spin, and then it won't stop like this, and the light won't turn blue. But then once you hit it, it spins again, which is, it's a good design, but that's the only one flaw that I had with it. I'm not sure if it's the tension that the spire is actually putting on the balls when it's spinning or something like that, but it's happened a lot to me. Another thing, if you want, like if your friend buys a black one or whatever, they have like red, purple, orange, and green and yellow. They have a lot of different colors, but you can take your tray out, and then there is a screw here and a screw here that you just unscrew, and then this whole above this red line, this whole top white piece comes off, and it separates. They call this the upper half, and then your lid is the extra half to that. And then you have this red line, or red, whatever color you get, and you can remove this. You can't remove the stickers though, but that's it. That's not really a problem. And then you have this clear button right here. It's in the shape of a diamond, which is for rip driving it, kind of, but only if it actually jams on you. You turn it on, has the LED sound, and then every time you press the button, it just spins faster and faster. And if it locks up like this, like if there's a jam or something, and then you press the button, it spins for a little bit longer, which I guess is good. And that's really all about the spire. There also was another problem with the lid. I'm not sure if this is actually a problem, but I just noticed it. If both these sizes, if they squeeze in too much, like if you hit the ground too hard or something, then your hopper lid will actually open up. But like again, that's not much of a problem. And also, if you do want to get a speed feed, it doesn't open like this, like a Prophecy one would, or something like that. There's a latch right here. I'm gonna zoom in. Right here, there's this black latch, and you just pull that, and it releases, so you have your speed feed lid open if you need to wipe it out or something. And there are screws, there's 4 screws on the lid, so you can remove it. And then I'm not sure if they're going to have different colors for it or something. Like if your friend buys one, you can swap it out. And then it's pretty hard to close. It's pretty solid once it's closed though. There it is again. And that's the Virtue Spire review. And putting it together is really easy. It's just that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.